Alright, you looked at sexing Punnet Squares with the Flintstones and a little bit with the notes, and now you're just going to do one more practice sheet with it. Alright, so you're going to look at two traits on the front sheet. Front side, it's eye color sexing trait, red is dominant to white. Alright, so red is dominant to white. So here, the sexes, so for this first part, you're just determining the sexes. So anyone with XX is a female, so you can just put an F. And anything with an XY is a male, so you can just put an M and do that for all of them. And then if it has a big R, it's going to be red. Alright, so because red is dominant for white, so this one would be red. And if it has a little r, it's going to be white. If it's recessive, it's going to be white. Alright, so you just have to fill out the other ones. This one asks for the genotype, so now you go the opposite. This is a male, so it's XY. And it's a wide-eyed, so that means it has a little r on the top of the X. Remember, nothing goes on the Y. Alright, and then you would just do that for the rest of them. Alright, and then, remember, you just do some Punnet Squares on this. So, I'll do number 4 here just to show you, give you an example here. So, pure-eyed, red-eyed female. Pure means, well, first of all, it's a female. And then it's pure, so it's homozygous dominant, and a wide-eyed male. White is recessive. So I'm going to do my Punnet square. There's my mom. There's my dad. Alright, and then you'd fill in the Punnet square. Alright, so X big R on both one, X little r, Y. X big R on both of these, X little r, Y. Alright, so all the boys and all the girls are the same. Alright, so first of all, they're all red-eyed, so there's no wide-eyed females and no wide-eyed males because they all have a big R in them. The males, and then there's 2 red-eyed males, 1, 2, and there's 2 red-eyed females, 1, 2. Alright, if you put 50%, 50%, that's fine too. Alright, so that's what you're going to do for those. And then I'll do one example on the back here. So this one is a sex-linked recessive trait, hemophilia. So hemophilia is a blood disorder where you start bleeding, your blood doesn't clot. So males will either have the disease or not, just like anything. So a man has hemophilia and a woman has hemophilia. So they both have hemophilia. Actually, I don't even want to do that one. That was too easy. I'm going to go and do 8. Alright, so a woman who is a carrier. So remember, a carrier means X big R, X little r, marries a normal man. So he's X big R because hemophilia is recessive, so normal is dominant. Do our Punnet square. 2 X big R's with this one, an X big R and an X little r, an X big R, Y, and an X little r, Y. Alright, so now what these questions say, what is the probability that their children had the disease? So now you look at all 4 of the children. This is the only one with the disease right here. So it would be a 25%, just going back to our regular Punnet squares. Then we get specific. So if they have a daughter, I wanted to underline that, not delete. If they have a daughter, now you only look at the daughters. Alright, and neither of the daughters are going to have a chance to get it, so it's 0%. And then the next one, it says what are the sons, so we're going to look at just the sons here. And only 1 of 2 chances. 1 of 2, because there's only 2 possibilities of having a son, so 1 of 2, which is 50%. Alright, so that's what it means. So when it says sons, you only look at the boys. When it says daughters, you only look at the girls. Alright. So that is how you do that sheet. If you have any questions, just ask.